What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Grandma Fucking Dre. Just wanted to touch base on another issue. That issue being PMA. Namely, a question I get asked all the time is, why am I militant and why don't I view highly of positive mental attitude, PMA, and whatnot? Now, let me get this straight before it goes any further. I'm a huge fan of H2O. I'm a huge fan of the Bad Brains. You know, nothing there. Great music. If you haven't checked them out, you should go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? Head up your local music retailer. I have the band's website, Bridge 9 Records, and I'm not encouraging this, if you have to, go catch yourself a torrent on the internet. It's great music you should hear. However, Grim doesn't believe in PMA at all. People ask why I don't believe in PMA and the positive mentality, and it's because, in my eyes, pacifism just doesn't work. I mean, before you go opening your mouths about Gandhi and Martin Luther King, you do have to realize that while they were doing their peaceful resistance, there were factions in both countries working toward the same goal, who preached and used extreme violence. You know, at the same time, Martin Luther King was marching and talking about peaceful sit-ins. Malcolm X was using the phrase, burn, baby, burn. You know, the Black Panther Party was operative as well in sparking terror and attacking LA police officers and basically making life for Caucasians very, very uncomfortable, you know. So, of course, who are they going to go with? You know, you have a choice. You can either continue to deny rights to people and still receive the wrath and anger and violent actions of these groups of people who are fighting for a cause, or you can entertain the non-violent side, move in the talks, try to give little concessions here and there in order to make the violence stop. You know, in order for pacifism to work in a cause, there needs to be a violent arm showing people what happens if they aren't listened to. Because let's face it, pacifism gives no effects, gives no results. It's listen to us or we won't stop speaking. Okay, well, you may stop speaking when that .45 caliber slug rips through your head. You know, then your voice is closed. And eventually another voice springs up, another .45 caliber slug goes through that head. You're going to run out of voices, you know, because that's going to incense people. That's going to make a kid who sees his father gunned down very angry. And how is he going to express that anger? He's going to pick up a gun and do some gunning down of his own, you know. Case in point with the Occupy movements that we're having in the United States right now. They can keep being peaceful, but eventually people are going to get sick and tired of their peaceful requests being ignored. And let's face it, 300 people die when a building explodes. That's a little harder to ignore than 100 protesters being arrested and forced to leave a certain location. You know, Mao Zedong said, and this is a quote very close to my heart and very dear to me, the best revolution happens at the barrel of a gun. I believe this to be true as well. People ask, well, why do I believe this to be true? Because where I grew up, peace wasn't going to change anything. You know, maybe if I grew up in pretty middle-class suburbia, went to a upper middle-class school, I might have a different opinion. However, I grew up around crime, violence, poverty, grime, hunger, all of those elements. You know, when I looked out my window, I didn't see manicured lawns and people with smiles on my faces. I saw homeless people pushing their shopping carts full of bottles and cans to go to the recycling center and exchange them. I saw drug dealers plying their wares on the corners. You know, I didn't go to bed thinking about what I was going to wear tomorrow and if the girl I liked at school was going to talk to me. I went to bed thinking, okay, I hope a stray bullet from a drive-by or a shootout doesn't come through my window and kill me. You know, the poly mindset to me is idiocy. Out there is a very angry, cruel, violent world, you know. I choose to embrace it and to work with it, you know, use it to my advantage. But poly kids try to hold up this fantasy that there is this divine beauty out there somewhere that we just have to see. But, you know, when you're getting robbed at gunpoint or knife point, there is no beauty in the world. When you're being held down at gunpoint while your records are being ran just because you were in the wrong location, you know, you're not going to see beauty in the world. You're going to realize that this world's a fucked up piece of shit. You know, the world is cold, the world is cruel. So you need to toughen yourselves up. You can keep a positive mental attitude, but the only thing I'm positive about in this world is A, the world sucks, and B, we're all gonna die. You know, after that, nothing much to be positive about in this world. The world is hell. You know, this argument even extends to the it's based in the hardcore community, but it extends to hardcore shows. You know, we've got these little posse kids speaking out annoyingly about the violence at shows. Fuck the violence at shows. Hardcore, and the punk it stemmed from, was violent. You know, you can take your little bang and your little half-heart and whatever pussy bands you want to listen to, and you can keep listening to that view of peace and love and warmth and harmony. And I'll stick with bands like Tyrant, Shattered Realm, Death Before Dishonor, Blood for Blood, who are grounded in reality, you know, who are grounded in what's actually going on, not some divine dream of everything getting better. Because guess what? Shit doesn't happen unless you work for it. And in the course of working for it, you might have to crack a few heads. You know, I always felt that posse was cowardice, and that if you're going to believe in something, stand up for what you believe in. You know, I'll take my beliefs to the point of death. You know, I'll take my beliefs to the point of imprisonment. I don't care. I am who I am. You know, and if you're going to take that away, well, you better get to swinging, and I'm not going to make it easy for you. You know, yes, I do live by the gun and the knife, and I expect fully to die because of it. So, there is no posse here. This heart beats venom it beats anger, it beats hatred. Okay? And yes, kids crying about violence at hardcore shows. Guess what? It's a part of it. That's why the best type of hardcore is called beatdown. You can try to call it heavy hardcore all you want, but in my opinion, that's just like calling a Nazi a Caucasian nationalist supremacist. Means the same thing. Fuck posse, stay militant, kill your local drug dealer. This has been Grim Dread. Peace out. Deuces.